Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we are going to talk about loops in C++ program. So let's get started by understanding an example of loops. As you can see here, we need to output 1 to 6 or A to F. Uh, so in these cases, what we can understand is that if we are using the old method, uh, we need to type 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 in the form of cout, so it will take a lot of time and a lot of memory too. The case of a b c d e f also, it will take a lot of effort and time. So in these places we use loops. Here the problems we are facing are that we have to do the same operation multiple times, and here we can use loops which will reduce the effort by a lot. So what are loops? Let us understand about that. A loop is used for executing a block of statement repeatedly until a particular condition is satisfied. When we have to repeat the same piece of code many number of times, we use loops in that place. The way of repetition will be of the form of a cycle, and that's why we call it loops. Okay? Now let us understand how it works. A sequence of statement is executed until a specified condition is true. This sequence of statement to be executed is kept inside curly braces known as the loop body, and the condition is checked, and if it is true the loop body is executed again. When condition check comes out to be false, the loop body will not be executed. So as you can see, this is the flow chart of the uh, loop. First it will initialize, then it will check for the condition. If the condition is true, then we will go to the loop body, and once the loop body process is completed, then it will update. There will be updation, then it will go back to the loop in the form of a circle. That is why we call it loop. The main advantage of loops are that it will basically reduce the length of code and also reduce the memory. Now there are basically three types of loops in C++, which are for loop, while loop and do while loop. Now let us understand more about for loop. As you can see here in the first line, first we wrote for, then we have initialization, condition, updations, loop body, and the curly braces closed. So let us understand this from an example in which we are writing a program which prints from 1 to 40. Here the same for is looped used here. Then we have int I is equal to 0, which is the initialization part. Here we are considering the value of I, the integer, to be equal to 0. That is our initialization part. Then it moves to the condition. Here the condition is I should be less than or equal to 40. So we have met the condition, because now, as of now, the value of I is only 0. So the condition is true. So it goes inside the loop body. The loop body here is count I and endl. Cout is used to print the value of I. So here the value of I now is 0, so it will print 0. Then it will break the line, it will move to the next line. That is why we are using endl. Then it moves, it goes down, and it comes back again, and here then we have updation. In updation the value of I is increased by 1. This plus plus sign is used to increment the value of the integer by 1. So As the value of I is increased, now the value of I is equal to 1. Now the condition is again checked if I is less than or equal to 40. Of course 1 is less than equal to 40. Now it will print the value of 1, then it will go back again and again until the statement becomes false. So this is the main basic idea of for loop. There will be initialization, condition, updations. Okay, so this is the main part. Now let us have a look at an interesting problem, in the interesting example using for loop. That is, we are going to make the table of 5 using the for loop. First, we set the value of I to be equal to 1 and increment it till 10. We print C out 5 into and the value of I then and 5 into I and the end of line. So we can in each of the multiplication will be in the new line. This is the syntax, and we can also do the same for any. We just need to understand the logic. Now let us move to the while loop. So this is the statement basic syntax of while loop. While loop is actually simpler than for loop, because here only the basic thing here is that the once the condition is true, the block of code will be run, or else it will be left out. So this is the main syntax of the while loop. It is much more easier than for loop. This is the flowchart of it. The first will start the condition, start the program, then we have the condition. If the condition is true, then it will go back, go like this, and while body will come back, and if it is false, it will stop. So this is the basic idea. Now let us see an example of that. This is an example of a program which will print the values of values from 1 to 10. Here we have initially set the value of I to be equal to 1, integer I to be equal to 1. Then we have the while statement here. Here we have our condition is that I should be less than or equal to 10. As the value of I is as this value is true, so we will print C out I, then the break of line, then the value of I is incremented by 1. Now the value becomes 2, and the while condition is again checked, and if it is true, and it goes on and goes on again until the value of 10. And when it reaches 11, 11 is not equal to not lesser than or equal to 10. So the uh, condition will become false and the program will stop. So this is the example. Now let us move to do while loop. Do while loop is basically the while loop, except that the test condition occurs at the end of the loop. Having the test condition at the end guarantees that the body of the loop always execute at least once. This is why we sometimes use do while loop in special cases. This is the syntax of the do while loop. Here we have do, then we have the loop body, then we have the while which will test for the condition. And this is the flowchart of that. This is the starting, then we have the do while loop. If it is true, then the condition is checked, and if it is false, the program will stop. Now let us move to the example of example of a do while loop in which the numbers are printed from 10 to 15. Here initially we have set the value of integer to be less than to be equal to 10. uh, then uh, then we move to the do statement. Here it will check no, the statement will be executed once before checking the condition, and then we increment the value of x by 1, and then we check the condition here, which is while x is less than while x is less than 15, which means x is less than 15. Then the loop will be executed and the cycle goes on until the condition becomes false. So this is this is all for today. So this is a basic and a brief and concise introduction to the loops. There are many to learn. I hope you guys understood it. I will be uploading some more videos on loop examples, and if you have something to say, please leave a comment. We will meet you again in another video. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you.